Hey, so before we get started on the Toyota, which the camera is actually sitting on right now, and talk about the detail work that went into it, I want to spend a couple minutes talking about the RC community for a few reasons. This whole build would have never been completed the way it is if it wasn't for the contribution of a few people in the community, and so I want to make some special thanks. First of all, I'm a member at the Scale Builder Guild. If you haven't been to scalebuildersguild.com, there's the lettering right there. Go to the Scale Builders Guild and have a look at what's going on actually in the scale trucking community when it comes to custom truck building and modifications and upgrades and custom work, interiors, paint, finishing, all that stuff. There's information and build threads there that'll just inspire you for days. So, because I'm a member of the SPG and have been for a really long time, finally got to know some people through events and just emails and back and forth. And I think being part of the community is... The axle broke off?
The axle just broke.
That's
just
funny.
Half a twist.
I'm sure we have more of those.
Yeah.
I got to know people like Matt Kett, Jeremy, Michael. There's a whole bunch of guys that are on the SPG community who have contributed enormously to the build. Not just by inspiration and following their own custom work, but Matt, for instance, took the time out of his schedule to do the paint work on the cruiser body. He's done them before. You've all seen his red half-track FJ Cruiser, which is amazing. And so he's done really well with the weathering style type of paint job, and so he offered to do the paint work on it, and of course we're swamped busy over here getting ready for everything. So I was really appreciative of Matt doing that. Thanks, Matt, for all your help. I also want to make a thanks to SPG for putting on what was I think it was a Secret Santa build-off kind of a thing. So a couple of years ago they had a Secret Santa thing where you could put your name in and then you received the name of someone else in the SPG community, and then you created some kind of an original scale trucking kind of a thing to give away as a Secret Santa, and I received one as well, being part of that Secret Santa thing, which is in this truck. Let's have a look at it. First off, the paint. We'll go with the paint first. So this is a really nice job done by Matt. He put together the colors, the base coat, the rust paint, and it's actual steel paint, like it's rust. So this actually changes color with water, and as it'll go, it'll just drain rust everywhere. The scratches will rust because there's actually a layer of rust in the paint. So his work is totally amazing. Interestingly enough, this is where the body magnet is, and you can see how it actually drew together a whole bunch of the metal particles, so that's pretty funny if you ask me. Amazing job. He also provided me with some of these antiqued decals on there. I added a couple of more on the outside of the body. Some more rust work here. And so just an incredible job. And of course it became apparent that the cargo area was also body color. So I sent Matt the cargo area tray as well at the same time, which then he weathered, and so that's really awesome. Now this box actually has a handmade strap on it here, and the strap opens up and the box opens up. I have it closed now, but I actually have stuff in the box. That box and the strap and an actual receiver trailer, sort of a carry-on receiver hitch thing, came with this box from the SPG Secret Santa giveaway thing. So that's amazing, because now I've taken it off the blue Jeep, which my daughter's driving, and I have repurposed the box here into the Toyota. Now a couple of the other things that I added as details, I've had a 3D printed gas can here, so I added that in. Of course I've got my coffee can. It's not Die Roasterin coffee, but it's pretty good coffee. Of course, first aid. Here's an interesting thing. I figured I needed to get a tow strap on the truck somehow. I didn't want to use some kind of a giant tow rope, so I actually had this metal tow strap, and I put clips on it, hooks on it, and then I used a body clip. Try to get the light in there. I screwed a body clip to the wall, the inside cargo wall, and then the body clip actually holds the wire. Okay, so when I want this, I can just pull it out. It's that easy. Right, you just lift it up right out of the body clip, and when you want to put it back in, you can actually just push it right back into the body clip. So that stays in there nice and secure. Kind of looks okay. Nobody really notices the clip, which is good. There's a couple of attachment screws here. They're hard to see on purpose. There's two there, one there, that are in the back of the cargo area, and there's two more that are actually inside the box. So what I did is I built up some little spacers between the box and the cargo floor, so that I could screw this down and just not crush the little box. You know, there's two screws inside that hold the front of the cargo area down, and they also secure the box without having any glue or anything. So that worked out. Inside the console is also impossible to see, but there's actually two screws inside the console which are actually being covered by my road map, so you really can't see the screws either in there. Some of the other detail work I added in here, which is almost impossible to see, there's actually a shifter here for the 4x4. There's another tall shifter for the transmission. The e-brake is there. I put in a soda can. This guy's going to hang on for dear life. And then we ended up with a new dash. So what I did is I 3D printed this dash. I designed this up in my CAD software, and then 3D printed the dashboard and did a little bit of coloring on it to try to give it some depth, and put a couple of little fake panel holes there. Of course, some stickers for our Pitbull tires and our CMAX frame that's in this truck. Some of the pull pushes that go in it, and then go around here to this side of the dash, and we've got the console signal indicator. I thought that wheel kind of looked like a Toyota, so I used that one. And I put in some modern gauges to kind of give it a bit of a modern look. Positionally, I think the dash pad is in a good spot. I opted to put the knee rubbers on there. Of course, the fit is a little different because of the sizes of our drivers, and you know, RC is not quite perfectly proportional, but that's pretty good. And then, of course, we have the emblems in the front. These are non-functional indicators here, as these are as well, non-functional, but the headlights are lit with a warm white low voltage, so they've got a nice sort of old kind of a glow to them, and of course these spots are crazy bright. So pretty much the same story on this side. It's all sort of finished off, and then I did a little bit on the bottom. There were a couple of finishing details I wanted to do on the bottom. One of them was to weather up the body metal from the bottom. So this part, of course, here is actually sheet metal from the body, as the floor on the interior is as well. So I weathered that up, did a little bit of dirty work in the wheel wells in the back, and then I black painted out the rock light strips, which are sort of a clear plastic with then the 3 spots that were visible through the clear plastic, but I blacked out all the way around that. And I blacked out around these 3 as well, so that they're sort of less visible. There was just a few little extra things on it that I wanted to weather up. So I think we're pretty much ready to go. The truck is basically as done as I'm going to make it. I only have today's kind of my last day to get this thing rolling, if you will. It's still not been test driven, except in the office here. So I think I'm ready. Really happy with how it came out. But more so than that, just wanted to make a mention that having the community to come together and kind of help out turn this into something fantastic, that was really necessary for me. Matt helped me out with a whole bunch of things on the truck, like proportionally and making sure that I got the right details in the right places, and so really appreciate that. I think it's good for all of us RC people to remember that we're part of a community, and also not just that, but there's people in the RC community who have a lot more experience, more knowledge and stuff about certain vehicles. Like, I'm not much of a Toyota guy, so it was really handy to have some Toyota guys chime in and kind of give me their feelings and impressions on how it was going and help out with the detail work. And then there's always people in the community that are newer to the scale building than we are. They've got less experience, and you can pour into them and try to help them out too. So I think we're all sort of in the middle somewhere. Big thanks for you guys for watching this build. We're going to spend a little bit of time getting it ready to drive now, and getting it ready for comp, checking stuff over, you know, kind of make sure that all the details are done and everything's got Loctite in the right places and stuff. So we're going to work on that next, and then it's going to be on the trail.